Hey, welcome back. We're getting ready to do Encounter 3. We are now fully caught up with my first playthrough. I have not seen any more of the game after this point. So this is it. All the advantages we had because I knew what was coming, gone. We're learning it together again. Um, I just realized I have to very sadly destroy all these water tiles because they're not needed anymore. We're going to reshuffle all the might decks. This one gets recreated. And then, yes, we shuffle them all. And then over here, our rations, because we have the quartermaster at the start of every Deepwood journey, it goes to 5. We don't have any injuries anymore because we killed the person who had the injury. uh, it's such a cruel world. And we move this to Encounter 3 and hit go. And there she be. So we got some walls up here. That's interesting placement of the walls. Tree in the back, some trees around. And then we have all these citizens in the middle. And then, of course, the worm head is in all this. So this is an interesting situation. When you run up next to one of these citizens, I believe you can spend a gem. It's going to be on the card. You have to run up to them and you. Here, it should be. Save the civilians. There's 10 in the center of the map. You try to protect them if you wish. They will die if they receive any damage at all, but can be protected by moving them off any board edge. Instead of playing an ability card, you may move an adjacent citizen up to 4 hexes by spending a gem, or animus. This is free if you are a companion or ally. So, and then the worm packs a punch. It does 2 black and 2 red. It has this sense vibration action, which we'll read later. It is huge. It has 3 body parts. It counts as a different enemy. It has no facing, and it does not matter which direction it is turned. Attacking the head of the worm always counts as attacking the front, the belly, flank, and the tail counts as the rear. When damaging the worm, you may choose any die on the body part to damage. Do not remove a body part when all of its dice are removed. Instead, it can no longer be damaged but still acts as normal. When the worm moves, all movement is measured from the head. Firstly, pick up the tail and place it where the belly is. Then pick up the belly, place it where the head is. Lastly, move the head to its new location. When the worm's head moves, it will move around its own body parts rather than move through them. If ever the worm head is placed on the game board and would enter hexes with another body part, instead place it to the closest ones. One Oathsworn will take the vibration token. That is who he's going to attack. So you can see here, if the stage card was drawn, then whoever has the vibration token is the target. If the stage card is drawn as a reaction, then the worm will target the one who caused the damage as usual. The worm never needs line of sight. During their turn, a character can choose to take the token from another character if they wish. In addition, a character may force the vibration token onto a civilian when they make them move. And that would, of course, make him attack the civilian. If the civilian dies with the vibration token, it goes to the next Oathsworn. Alright, and it's immune to knockback. So here's our stuff. Where do we start? It doesn't show. Sorry. Okay, I used my dog barking as an opportunity to pause and go get some materials. So the first thing that is happening, and this is the problem with using Tabletop Simulator and the scripting, is the middle's missing. So here's the worm tail, there's the worm head. The worm middle is gone. For whatever reason, he didn't spawn that. And because I don't know how to get into the assets of the game, like, there's nothing there's no box for me to open, like to get all the components that are in the game. He's got this weird thing. I mean, even like these unique decks and stuff. I don't know how to like change this to chapter two. It's just mind-boggling to me because I don't know. Like it's almost like all those assets are just hidden, and whenever I click these script buttons, that's what's causing the assets to come out. And that's okay when it works, but it's not working here. So like this, it's the encounter planner. There is scripting going on, so I'm just clicking on something that. So here you can see there's a lot of stuff going on, and the guy did an amazing job with it. I just don't like. I don't know how to get the assets right here. Custom UI assets. Um, yeah. See, there's nothing for me to even search for. So here are the assets. That's the board, the Kraken, counting bowl, unique item dealer. Guess these are all the assets that are like physically on the board. Um, I'm very impressed with all of it. I just don't know how to get into the innards to find the thing. So here's what I can do. I can clone this because the middle piece is the same three pieces as the tail, and you'll know which one's the middle because it's between the tail and the head. So that part is easy enough to overcome. The next thing that I noticed is this all looks correct, at least so far. The symbol should be, here's the teeth, and then the gear should be there, and the tail should be there. Okay, so that part's okay. This experienced huge changes. My board says 2 red, 2 yellow, and 2 white. The black are no longer there. Everything else, though, looks right. And it says civilians only going to be moved once per round. Yeah, each peasant. So they changed the word peasant to civilians in there. So that got changed. That's a minor change. But you're only allowed to move them once per round. They do move 4 X's. That hasn't changed. It costs you 1 gem unless you're a companion or ally. And yes, so you can't just go to one, move him 4 spaces, and then go to him again and move him 4 more. That's not allowed. Then the last thing I needed to look up is where do we begin? Because that is not showing up on the encounter board. So I went and got my encounter book, and it's all along the bottom, just like before. Now what's interesting is, let's look at their placement. So this looks about right. Where the see, I don't have villagers right next to each other. Actually, that's wrong. The villager placement is wrong. There's one in between these 2 trees. That is true. I wish they showed the hexes better. Okay, so for example, they did change this around. So this guy is 1 step closer to the edge. We're going to have to go through each one. And then, so the head is here. Oh, right there, worm belly. See that? It failed to load the model, but that's the worm belly right there. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. And I only noticed this because, alright. It is supposed to be here. Although you can barely see it on there. So I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to just put this one on instead. And then this is the worm belly back here somewhere. We'll fix this. But all three of these should be on the map. I wonder if there's a way I could change the name or whatever. Oh, this could be dangerous. I don't know. I'm too afraid to say yes. We're just gonna live with it. But this is a nightmare. So the trees are in the right location. Well, actually, no, they're not. So, for example, we have three starting locations here. Oh, look at that. The start positions aren't showing up in green. That is so interesting how that's not working. But anyways, so here you can see the start position, right? 1, 2, 3. This tree. Oh no, it's in the right spot. There's just a lot of Oh, sorry, my dog is demanding attention. Okay, so this tree here, this guy is there. That one is correct. This one is correct. This one is not correct. Alright, I'm just reading real quick. Worm belly, worm tail, civilian worm head. This one is up. So you see how this worm head is here? One civilian is there. That is correct. This one is there. That one is correct. This one is up here. So he's really close to that. And then this one is there. And then this guy is there. So they were all off by a little bit. So this particular scenario wasn't very well done from a scripting perspective. Okay, now when it comes to them attacking, each body part counts as a different enemy. There's no facing direction. When a body part has all of its dice removed, it's still there. And then let's look at one of his cards. We get to see the top card anyways, so let's do that. So it's going to do like a head whip. It'll do a sense vibration, move 6 to its target, do a range 3, knockback 2, area of effect with a bite. This attack targets all enemies within range 3 of the worm's head. So you can see, so the head is what does the attacking. The body and tail are just following it wherever it ends up. So once this moves, this is going to go to wherever that used to be. And then this is going to go to wherever that used to be. So if I want to attack the tail, I could just position myself here to attack the body, and then eventually the tail is going to pop up here. It's a cool concept. rescuing the civilians, of course, is going to be challenging. And we get to put all of our stuff on the board now. So we got the Grove Maiden here. So you can see the start locations are all along the bottom. I'm going to put her right smack in the middle. And that head is going to hit everything within range 3. So that's horrible. And it's going to even move 6. So who am I going to give this to? I'm going to give this to the Warden, because he has all the armor. And so that means the Warden this was a really cool miniature, by the way, but we're going to have to delete her. So the Guardian we're going to put next to the Witch, or next to the Grove Maiden, and the Warden. So what I can do is I can put him here in the corner, and that makes the head move this way towards the Warden. And if I can get these villagers rescued or away from the head, they won't get hit. Or I can put the Warden way over here in this corner and do a similar thing. That head's going to move in this corner, and then whenever it does its attack, all these other things are going to be safe. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put him right here in the corner and force this thing to come to the Warden. This guy with a move of 4 is going to get off the edge. Her with a move of 4 right here off the edge. So we can rescue both of these in one swoop. The cur, I need to get away from the head. So we're going to put him over here to help rescue these things. She's going to go up the middle. So we'll do it that way. And then we got the blade. I'm going to put the blade here. He's close to the Warden, but between these two, we could get these two rescued. The Warden can go up, rescue, and then retreat. The head's going to go all the way up here to attack the Warden. The blade might be in the path, but these are my 2 heavy armor people, so they can handle it. And that's the idea that I'm going to run with. And it does say that there's a reward for rescuing the civilians. So we do need to be mindful of that. And without further ado, let's get going. Now, because this changed, I'm going to do this. So it's yellow, yellow. Red, red, yellow, yellow. White, white. So no black. The red, red, yellow, yellow, white, white might be worse than black, black, red, red. Although black has a lot of damage. Okay, beginning of every mission, everybody gets a defense. So 1, 1, 1, and 1. I kept forgetting that the Warden gets to do a free battle flow in the last battle. And then we have to refresh everything. So, interesting thing is the Grove thingamajig gets all 7 every time. And there we go. Okay, I think I want to start with the Warden. I don't think we're going to focus on attacking the Wormhead. We're going to force him to go into this corner. Because the Warden's always the target. We're going to rescue these 2, top priority. I want to rescue these eventually, but it's going to take me a few turns to get up there. But if I rescue these 2 and I get the head far enough away, these ones should not get hurt. That's the idea. So if I start with the Warden, you can see I have 1, 2, 3 movement, and then a 4th crystal, and that'll move him and rescue him. Oh, my apologies. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to take a phone call. So what I did is I moved 1, 2, 3, rescued the guy, and then 4, 5, and that was my 6 gems. We didn't get a gem plus 2 token like we normally do, and that actually hurts. So that was as far back in the corner as I could get. So if the head were to move to here, we know that the head is going to do a range 3 attack, and it hits everybody within range 3. So that head is here, here, and here. So 1, 2, 3. As you can see, these citizens right here are going to just barely make it. Alright, so now we're going to go to the cur. And the cur is going to go 1, 2, and rescue that one for 3. So 1, 2, 3. This one is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and is off the board. And I use this tracker here to count how many citizens, because if I ever hit end encounter and these disappear, I want to make sure I got a good count that doesn't get deleted from the script. Alright, but I'm not done. He has 3 more points left. So he's going to go 1, 2, and then I think that gets him out of the range of this, and then we're going to move this one 1, 2, 3, 4, like so, and that should be out of the range as well. So we got the guy in the middle out, and that consumes all of his stuff. Alright, and so then we have our Guardian here. The Guardian doesn't have to spend anything. I know we got it all the way over here, but maybe we should put it somewhere else. So he's going to spend 1 crystal to move 4 spaces. So he's going to move 1, 2. How does it work with? You may move it adjacent up to 4. This is free if you're a companion or ally. Oh my gosh, he's going to get to move everybody. So 1, 2, and then this one moves 1, 2, 3, 4 off the board. And then we can go 3, and then this one moves 1. We're not going to do that one yet. We're going to do the cur. Oh, that was the blade I was moving here, not the cur. My apologies. So the blade would have spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The cur is 1, 2, 3. Four, 5, 6. So he's next to this, but isn't able to move him. This thing, like I said, that's 3. Now I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can run them between these 2 trees, like so. And I can't move the Grove Maiden to deal with that. But we got this position, these 3, these 4, we can't do anything about yet. And so the Grove Maiden might actually be the only one that's actually going to do some real actions here. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3. So that way I can move this villager next turn. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to play a card. We're going to play the Raised Sentinel. So we're going to spend 2 gems to put 2 sentinels in an empty hex in range 3. So here's 2 gems, and we're going to get 2 of these guys out. And like I said, range 3. And we don't want it to be, remember, they die instantly, so we don't want them to be in range of this head. So we know that this is going to pop up here, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3 like this, and 1, 2, 3 like that. So those 2 will be there. And we're not done, so now we're going to play our level 0 card here. And for 1 gem, we can place another sentinel. And we're going to do exactly that. Also in range 3. 1, 2, 3, like so. So we got 3 sentinels on the board. I only have 1 gem left, so I could move 1 more space. There's really nowhere to go. I want to stay next to that villager. So I think that's good. And then now the sentinels can trigger, and we can attack the head. So you can see here there's 3 of them, and they all attack at a range 3, and they have mob rules. And remember, because we're in chapter 3, we have yellow dice. So all 3 of these are going to attack the head, and we get to combine them all. So we don't get to choose the cards. The cards are chosen based on the might, and so it's literally 1, 2, 3, like so. And then all 3 of them combine together to attack. Now, one thing I'm not sure of is when I'm doing a mob attack and it's me, does 2 misses still matter? I don't think it does. I think they ignore misses. So this is page 23. They do get to use your tokens. That much I remember. Alright, it's not described. So now I'm going to go to the Grove Maiden section. She has her own section. Sentinels use mob rules for attacking. And unless otherwise stated, a group of sentinels cannot split their fire. When attacking with sentinels, draw 1 card equal to your might for each sentinel involved in the attack. It cannot miss, and it may critical, but you may not choose to add extra white cards as usual. You can play tokens. If there's multiple hit dice, the closest location to the Grove Maiden is targeted, not the sentinels. If sentinels ever cause a reaction card, he goes after the Grove Maiden. Alright, so we're going to shoot at the head, like I said, with those 3. 1, 2, 3. And the crit does happen. Should I roll a die or draw another one? I'll roll a die. Let's do it. Alright, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the defense on this guy is 3. We attack the head. Now the rules say that all the dice locations are equidistant, so you could choose any one. So I'm going to choose the one that has the symbol on it, which is that one. And we just did 7 damage divided by 3. This drops to a 4. So that's pretty good. I like that. And those are there until something destroys them. The body and tail doesn't actually attack anything. They just move. Alright, so we have the 1 gem left. Like I said, I don't think there's anything I can do at the moment for that. The Guardian also has 1 gem left. It could do an attack of some kind. We could move 4 more spaces and move this villager. You know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 and move this villager. And she's going to go 1, 2, 3 right off the board. So we got ourselves a 5th one. There should be 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 left. Hold on. I thought there was only 10 citizens. No, there's 12. So we rescued 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, there's 12 of them. Alright, that is the end of our turn, and so that means this happens. So the head whip occurs. It's going to sense vibration, which just means that the target is the whatchamacallit, the warden. And so he's going to move 6 to his target. So right now he's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is enough to get there. Okay, so he's going to do exactly that. I don't know. Just get this guy out of the way. Alright, so then that means that the body goes there. And then the tail goes there. So that's how that moves around. But the head's the only thing that does the damage. And so then it's going to attack. It gets to do a full attack, range 3, knockback 2, area of effect, target. All enemies within range 3 of the worm's head. So 1, 2, 3, right? That was done intentionally. So the only person being attacked is the warden. And it is going to do a knockback 2, and the warden can't go back any further from the... actually, I don't know what happens if you get knocked back into the edge. It shouldn't hurt you. It's not like the edge is some kind of spike wall or something. But if they're going to be knocked back to the edge, they instead stop at the board edge. It does not count as the character colliding with an obstacle. Yeah, that's good. So he's not even going to get knocked back because the attack goes this way. Alright, so he just has to survive this attack, which we know is 2 reds, 2 yellows, 2 whites. Okay, and then he gets to choose his defense first. We know he's got 4. He has 2 more tokens here. We can choose... Yeah, we can choose the taunt. There's no reason to keep the taunt. He has the vibration token. He's always the target. So we're going to play this to make it a 7. And off we go. Bing, 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 bing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 divided by 7 is 1 damage. And I don't think there's anything I can do. So he is going to take the 1 damage. And that drops to a 5. Alright, so the head is going to make short work of him if he keeps attacking like that. Although, we took out a whole bunch of numbers and there's still a lot of blanks. Alright, what else? And then it's going to move 3 to the northwest. So again, I'm going to use this as my counter. 1, 2, 3. So this moves to there. Which means that the body pops up there. And then the tail moves to there. So there you go. So this part sucks because I got to remember that that's the body. Okay. Is there anything else that has 3 hexes I can use? This one's 7. I could use 3 of those if I was really in a pinch. I guess not. Alright, this is the middle. That's the real tail. Okay. So again, the warden is still the target. And here you can see the sinkhole. Remove the worm's head from the game board. Move the other body parts as usual. The worm's target and all Oathsworn within range 3 perform a survival check. Any that fail just lose 1 health. All non-player owned characters within range 3 die. Place the worm's head on the target's hex, pushing back all enemies. So we definitely don't want to be near the head, which is going to be here. Yeah, that's what's going to end up happening. The good news, though, is the Warden can go bonkers on the middle body here. So that's what he's going to do. So let's start with the Warden. We need to get this flushed around so he keeps his defense high. Um, he needs to keep his redraw tokens because, as you saw, he needs to do a skill check in order to stay to avoid losing a health. Knockback does not work against him. This is another defense token which will help push it. So maybe we don't need to worry. Yeah, we can just wait to defend. So what should he do then? I think we should do this one, Arcing Strike. That's a 4 damage attack, or 4... I'm sorry, we got a regen, and then we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to regen everybody. This goes back in our hand. Alright, now we're back to him. Once per battle round, battle flow 1 card. So we will do that. You may make yourself and any amount of adjacent characters immune to witch. That's fine. So I chose to play this. We did 4. We're going to do a 3 arc. And so we're only going to hit 1 spot in doing that. That's not a good idea. So what I'm going to do is move 1 space up. And then do it. So that's going to cost him 1 more crystal. Alright, so now we're going to arc. This is going to give me a +1 damage against the tail, or I'm sorry, the body. See, I'm already thinking it's a tail. We're going to attack this one because that's a symbol. The other ones don't have symbols. See, they all say flank. So we're going to... Hold on a second. Sorry, my son just got home. Okay, so we're going to do this attack. We get a yellow, and just to refresh, we don't get damage from knockback, or we can... When you draw 2 or more of the same number during an attack, we gain a redraw. And if there's no enemies adjacent, we can battle flow a card. Those are his abilities. So we're going to draw a yellow, and bearing in mind that we don't want to use redraws, we'll draw 4 cards and hope for the best here. And we got the best. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we just did 7 damage, and that's going to do 2 pips worth of damage to him. And actually we did 8 damage because we get to add +1, but the 8 divided by 3 didn't make a difference. And yeah, that's it for him. Alright, so yeah, turn over. We could battle flow a card for 1 crystal, but I think I'm going to save it. Alright, next up, who else? Let's get all the villagers off the board, then we can worry about everything else. So we have 2 villagers here. This guardian was moving up. So for example, it's free to move these guys. So he's going to use 1 crystal to move 4 spaces. So there's 1, and then this is a free 1, 2, 3. And then 2, 3, 4. And we'll move him again. So this is off, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just rescued 3 more. So now we're up to 8. And then where do I want to move this? Well, the head's going to pop out down here. So let's go 2, 3, 4 like so. So that way he's positioned to start doing some damage next round. These three, of course, aren't going to have anything to shoot, but we'll move the warden somewhere else later. Because now that these villagers are getting out of the way, we can do a lot more. Okay, so the Grove Maiden's going to pay 1 to send this villager off the board, which makes this go to 9. We're getting these villagers off. Look at these split. And then the cur is going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then move back for 6. And we have rescued all 12 of these citizens. Well done, team. Well done. Now we can focus on the task at hand. So these three can easily mob the tail, right? Because that's the body. And I'm already getting confused on which one's body, which one's tail. So I'm going to use one of these. Or can I do this way? Oh, look at that. Oh, this is brilliant. All right. Maybe not as brilliant. Well, you know what it is? It is brilliant. So if I put this on and then I lock it, and I'm going to put this on and lock it, and that on and lock it, and now, oh great, they didn't lock to the belly; they locked to the game board. Um, it doesn't pick up. There must be some kind of transparency. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we're going to just do one of them right in the middle. How's that? And then we just pick this thing up, move it around. Unfortunately, the physics causes it to fall off. Ah, you jerk. How do I get this to... I want it to... Oh, come on. There we go. I want this to lock... When pick up objects move above this one... Oh, yeah. I want this to be sticky. Okay, it does not stay attached though. Oh yes, most definitely. All right. Well, I still think... Oh, come on. What a jerk you are. All right. We're going to take this off. Put this on. And then that... We don't want it to snap. But it's snapping in place. Ay, ay, ay. So we're going to say no. And then it's snapping anyways. Alright, so we at least have one piece of it there, so we know that's where the body is. That's better than having the tail, I think. We're going to have to make that work. And I'm sure there's something up here that would let me do. I'm not going to play around with it anymore. So I at least know there's the worm belly. When you hover over it, it shows. This will be our visual reminder. And okay, let's keep going. So the Grove Maiden spent one. But now we want to summon another Sentinel. And then possibly get into position so we can. You can see she has range 4 attacks most of the time. And right now, she's behind a tree. So her line of sight's a little poor. So if I move her 1, 2, like this, she can then get in range. And then we're going to all sentinels within range 4 attack with a range 4 attack. Add 1 damage for each sentinel. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The range does not care about objects. So all of these are in range 4. So here we're going to go. We're going to do Nature's Call. And we're going to spend 1 to put a sentinel within range. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3. We're going to put it. Actually, we're going to put it right there. So they're all together. And then we're going to do that sentinel within range 4 thing. This one. That's going to cost 4, which we don't have. Dang it! Here we go. All sentinels within range 2. Yeah, we're not going to do that either. I don't have 4. I don't have 4. I don't want to do Life Bloom. We could place another sentinel with Life Bloom. Or we could just do a Thorns attack and attack with twice your might. We could do this for 2 crystals as well. You know what? I'm going to do the free placing of the sentinel. Let's get as much of these bad boys out there. So 1, 2, 3. Let's put him there. I still have 3 crystals left, so this is the only action I can do. And that'll let me do a range 4 attack with twice my might. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that costs 2. And then I got 1 movement point left, which I will move up so I get more within range of these guys. And we're going to do a range 4 attack. So I can attack the body or the head. Which symbol's showing up? None of them. So I will attack. I'm going to attack the head, which is right in front of me. So it's might times 2, which is just 2 yellow. That's only 2 damage. That's not even enough to hit, unfortunately. I do have 1 redraw. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So there we go. There's our 3 damage. We were able to knock the head down another pip. Alright. Now, the devastating thing is we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentinels that all can shoot range 3. It has the following attack. And, because these ones let them attack at a different range and all that stuff. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them against the tail. We're going to devastate this tail. Because they're a mob, they do have to target the same. I can't split. Well, I can't split who they shoot at. Yeah, we're going to just attack the tail. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we drew a couple blanks. The good news is we can ignore them. We did 4 damage. So as much as I thought we were going to devastate this thing, we didn't devastate anything. We did 1 damage to the tail. Just 1. But I'll take it. Alright, who else is left? She used up her last movement. We got the blade, and I believe the cur used up all of his. The blade's the only one left. Where is the blade? The blade is sitting right here. He's next to the head. Yes, let's attack the head. We don't want to do a whirlwind attack because that would cause issues. If I did a somersault, I would have to make the guardian. I would knock back the guardian. So let's not do any of that. Just going to rearrange some of these. The cleaving slide. Oh, where did it go? That cleaving slide looks good. So we can slide like 1, 2, 3, 4, or I can move 1, 2, and then slide this way. Or no, he's here. Yeah, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna slide through. Cleaving slide. Move exactly 2 in a straight line, and then you may charge through 4. Attack once and apply to all targets. Gain a redraw if a boar, and we are boar because there's no cards out here. So we gain a redraw that costs 1, 2, 3, 4. We roll a red. No more red. That is inaccurate. We're doing 2 yellows now. Two yellows. After damage is drawn against you, that happens. If there's an adjacent Oathsworn, gain 2 for an attack or basic check. Well, there was, right here. I guess I won't use that yet. Alright, so we know we're drawing 2 yellow. 4 of these are gone. And then I'm going to draw 3 of these. Ooh, that's devastating. I do have 2 re-rolls. Let's try it. Remember, you get them all back if this fails. I'm going to re-roll both of the yellows because we know those are going to hit because all 6 of them are gone. So we got a crit, and I will roll for the crit. I'll roll for this crit. So we did 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. And then 11 because I charged through 2 spots. It would have been nice if I would have. Oh, 1 redraw we get for free. So that's why I only spent 1. Okay. So 11 divided by 3 is 3. And we just charged the head. So I could kill that die, and I don't want to. I'm just going to whittle down the face values. We're going to get this whittled down, and then we're going to just destroy him. Alright. I still have 2 points. I can do a roll. I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 point and just battle flow that card. And that's it. We are done. So we're going to move this to here, to the sinkhole. I'm going to pause 1 second. Oh, I apologize. I thought I paused. I've been, if there was a lot of silence there, that's my apologies. I was looking up a rule. Okay. It's his turn. We're doing his thing. Sense vibration. Remove the worm's head from the board. Move the other body parts as usual. So the head comes off. This goes to where the head was. And then this goes there. The worm's target and all Oathsworn within range 3 perform a survival check. Any that fail lose 1 health. It's a difficulty 6. And that's the only target. There's nobody within 3. So we're good there. And it's not him, it's the warden. So we're going to do a survival 6, which is not easy. And there's only 1 blank out of these 12 that's gone. So we're going to draw 5 of these. And I have a very high confidence that I'm going to fail. So we do have 4. I am going to use a redraw because I don't want to lose a health. So we can discard that, draw another one, and there's our... Oh, we needed 6. Alright, I'm going to discard this and draw again, and we'll spend another one. I don't want to lose a health. The 2 tokens is worth it. And there it is. And now we crit, which made it even worse. 3 of these are out. There's 5 left, so that means 3 of these 5 are blanks. So this is a dead deck. We're going to probably have to start using dice. But the good news is we did not take the damage. That's the part I wanted. Place the worm's head back on the target's hex, pushing back all enemies. So here's the problem. There's nowhere to put the... Well, actually, he is allowed to stick off the edge of the map. So we're going to do that. So he's hanging off the edge of the map. And then the body will go here, and then the tail will go there. So he's slithering all kinds of crazy ways. Alright, and then it's our turn again. So far, so good. Regen 6. Back in hand. Regen. Back in hand. Regen. Regen. Okay, I think we should start with the warden. He's right next to the head, as always. So let's see what we can do. I want to save the defense. He's not next to anybody. Is We could do just a regular measured blow. I don't think he needs to guard. So we could do this, which just costs 3, and that's just a regular attack. We'll do that. And like we noted, he has a yellow. Draw 2 or more of the same number, he gains a redraw. And so there's 2 yellows left. We know for a fact that these are all golden. So then what we're going to do is we're going to use one of his Empower times 3. And we're going to take a white and empower it once to a yellow, because we know both of these are good. And then we have 2 more empowers left, so we're just going to take a white and empower it to red. And I don't think we should draw a white. Yeah. So there's a 4 crit and a 3 crit. So we're going to roll these 2 dice. 6 more damage. 12 and 4 is 16. That was excellent. 16 damage from the Warden. Divided by 3 is 5 total damage. We're attacking the head. I still don't want to destroy a die. Well, hold on. We get to see what this symbol is. Oh, he's going to consume us. Oh, I gotta read consumed. I've never done this one. Okay, maybe we do want to destroy a die because we don't want the consume to happen. When a character is consumed, they are removed from the board, may not move or play injury, ability, or item cards. Once per turn, the character may spend 3 animus to attack the location they are in. No ability card is required. They may use combat tokens and still gain might and defense. The consumed character cannot be the target of any attacks. All consumed effects have an effect that triggers their start. They are no longer consumed if all hit point dice at the location the character is in are broken, or if that location has lost 6 hit points since the character was consumed. Track it on a different die. Hold on, my dog is being needy. Okay. In a rare situation that a character is knocked back. Nope, I'm reading the wrong thing. When a character is no longer consumed, they are immediately returned to the board, the nearest empty hex. Alright, well, okay, so they can attack while they're inside the belly, but they're going to gain. At the start of each Oathsworn and encounter phase, they lose 1 health. I mean, that dies quick. So yeah, we're going to knock 5 of these, but we need to hit it again. So the body's here. All we have to do is destroy 1 die anywhere. It doesn't have to be the head. Alright, so I'm going to take a gamble and do 5 damage to this one, because 5 damage is a lot. I want the full 5 damage to be done to the dice. We did fantastic. And actually, we might even be able to get to go again. How are we doing on our... That particular activity took 3. That was just a regular 3 attack. So now we could do another 3 attack and just do like one of these, or yeah, we're going to do this one, which will battle flow. I'm thinking. Give me a second. Yeah, we'll do this one. That'll battle flow that card. It's going to cost 3 more. It gets to attack again. So now we're going to do a yellow. Um, we did draw. I don't think I needed to do a redraw. I do get to battle flow a card from his ability. So I would have battle flowed the taunt, and then whenever I played that other card, this would have gone here. So I would have just done that earlier. Okay, so one more attack. We have a yellow. Unfortunately, our yellow cards, we took advantage of the fact that all the blanks were gone. So we're going to drop that there. Shuffle, shuffle. 3. So 3 of these 5 are blank. It's not good. How do I want to proceed? Well, I for sure get to draw 1 yellow, and I will do that. And then I'm going to just roll 3 white dice along with it and just live with the consequences. Okay, we got 1 blank and another blank. All right. How are we going to do this? Yeah, I have no redraw tokens. So, I miss. Nothing I can do. Oh. You would think my dog doesn't get any attention today. I've been playing with her all day. All right. So we get to grab any token we want. We're going to grab a redraw. And yeah, that was a miss. We rolled really well with the 2 crits, but it wasn't enough. Okay, so with that miss, his turn's over. Now, we just need to destroy a die somewhere, and we have the Guardian right next to the middle here. And that does mean the Grove Maiden is going to be the target. But what I'm going to do instead is we're going to have the Sentinels go first. They have a range 3 attack. So 1, 2, 3. Only these 3 Sentinels can attack, because these 2 are out of range. Now, I can summon another Sentinel, and that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do, because we can at least play this one and place 1 Sentinel within range 3. So we're going to grab another one, and I'm going to put it here. I have to be careful. I don't want it to be like we could block the movement of other players. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them that can attack the body. What other cards? I could also do a Nature's Fury. And all Sentinels within range 4 get a range 4 attack. Let's do the regular attack first. So 1, 2, 3, 4 against there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 6 divided by 3. That's 2 damage. And we'll go ahead and do 2 damage to the belly. There. And oh, you know what? I have to destroy 2 dice. So as soon as I destroy 1, this is still going to happen. This is happening no matter what. The Warden's going to get consumed. Boy, that's weird. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to then play this one for 4. And that's going to cause all Sentinels within range 4 attack at range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them can attack, but this one's out of range. This can shoot 1, 2, 3, 4 and hit the worm's belly. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are going to attack the worm's belly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we just did 5 damage. That means we get to hit the belly for 1. Um, so the key thing with the Sentinels you have to remember is they can never split their targets. So all of them are attacking one and only one target. So they're a nice swarm if you can keep them within range. I think we had a card. All sentinels within range 3 may move 2. And 4 of these sentinels that move can attack. So I may want to get this in my hand. I know it's another 4 crystal one, but I'm realizing I need it. And as you can see, all my cards are stagnantly staying out here as well. So I gotta figure something out. I am gonna play the battle flow token, and we're gonna battle flow this to there. Still have 2 more left. Neither of these can be played. All I can do is move. And I think I'm going to stay where I am. So we have the blade. The cur is way out of the way. These are actually blocking the cur from getting. So he has to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spaces to get to where he needs to go. So far he's been out of the action. There's nothing I can do. I just gotta spend 6 points. He was rescuing citizens. He did his job, but now he has to get back into the fray. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There he is. The blade can still go, and so can the guardian. So the guardian's right next to the medium. He can do an attack that's twice our might, so it's basically 2 yellows. The yellows are going to do devastating damage. 5 of the 6 blanks are gone, and there's 8 cards left in the deck. So we're going to attack, the belly here with the guardian. I would like to get the head, but I'm nowhere near it. The tail would be attractive, but I'd have to move. So we're going to just go for the belly. Attack, attack. So here's the first attack. 3, 4. So that's 1 damage. I could kill the die, but then this happens. And I don't see why I'm in a rush to do this, so let's move that down to 5. And then he's going to attack again. 3 and 5. And we'll roll the die. 8 divided by 3 is 2. Reduce that one to a 4. So yeah, I'm just trying to get these dice as low as I can. The tail, of course, still needs some attention. Then we got the blade. He needs to spend 1 just to get in range. And then he's got some options. He's next to the guardian. I have to be next to an Oathsworn. You know what? I'm going to do this. So I want to move the Grove Maid 1 space. She has 1 space left to move. She has actually 2. And then he's going to do the somersault. That costs 3. So he's going to flip right on over here. Land to the other side. He gets to roll 2 yellows. But because he's next to an Oathsworn, He gets 2 more. And then, yeah. So he's going to get to roll 4 yellows for this. And then we're going to do an empower times 3. So 2 of it makes a black. And, I'm sorry, we'll just make a white into a black and then do 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows. And this is insanity because we know one of these is blank, and as long as that one's not a blank, you bum. So now we got to do a redraw, and he has 1, and we will use it. And look at that. So 5, 8, 11, 12 damage. We have 2 yellow crits and 1 black. I'm going to do way more damage than I can afford to deal with. So 12 and 4 is 16 damage, so we just did 5 damage to the belly. So I'm going to destroy a die. And this is not good in a lot of respects, because we're going to trigger this to happen. That's going to cause him to lose a health at the encounter phase, and then he's going to lose another health at the start of his turn, and there's nothing he can do about it. But that's what just happened. So we did too much damage. Alright, so this thing triggers. The vibration is going to have to get moved to someone else. So it's no longer going to be the warden. I think we're going to have to give it to the blade for now. But the warden is the target initially. He's already at his target, and he's going to consume the warden. So the warden is inside, I don't know, the belly? The head? I don't know where he goes. The target is now in the worm's belly. Okay. At the start of each Oathsworn and encounter phase, the consume loses 1. Alright. So I want to make sure I understand this very well. Can another player rescue him? They're no longer consumed if all hit point dice at the location the character is in is broken, or they have lost 6 hit points since the character was consumed. So we would have to do 5 more damage to this guy, or remove both dice. We're in trouble. Okay, so the warden is definitely not in a good spot. So he's here in the belly. It does help that we removed some of the dice. If we'd have removed all of it, then we'd have been in great shape. Then he moves 3 to the northwest, but let's look at what's coming next. He's consuming again. Alright, so we're going to use this as the marker. 1, 2, 3. He's moving to there. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so then the body, or the belly, moves to there. Oh, I am so annoyed. Is there a way I can shut off that, yeah, I gotta shut off that measure tool. Here's the belly. It moved to there. The head moved one, two, three. Like moved to there, I think. Yes. And then the tail stayed where he was at. So we got the head, the body, and the tail all in one big cluster. Alright, so the blade is not done. He still has 3 more. So we can try to get another attack in. This one costs 2. The problem is what is he next to now? The blade is over here. He's not next to anything. He can move 1 space here and be next to the tail. Yeah, we'll do that. And then he'll spend the 2 to do this, which is a 3. So he's going to attack for 2, and it's just a regular attack. And there's the 2 cubes. Oh, we use this. So this should have gone here, but well, alright. This would have gone there because we used it, and then this is going to kick it. Alright. The yellow deck resets. Alright. We're doing a regular attack, so we get a yellow, and 2 of these are going to be blanks, so let's just draw 2 and try to flesh one out. We're attacking the tail, so we do 1 damage to the tail. I'm happy with that, because what that did was there's 2 blanks left out of the 3. One damage to the tail. We'll go ahead and just reduce another one, like so. And unfortunately, it's the end of our round now, and so then another one is going to be consumed. So the warden takes a health hit. And then this happens. It's going to move 6, and then it's going to consume the blade. So the head is going to move here. Now it consumes the blade that's also in the belly. And the belly is going to move to where the head was. This thing is such a jerk. Just knocking everything it hits over. And then the tail is going way back here. Alright, and then at the start, I gotta put this off to the side. At the start of each Oathsworn and encounter phase, the consume loses 1, and then he's going to move 3 to the northwest. So if he's here, 1, 2, 3, this tree gets destroyed. This gets pushed. That gets pushed. I think they get destroyed, actually. I think the moment something touches them, they die. If they suffer any damage, for any reason, sentinels may be damaged in multi-target attacks. Hexes occupied by the sentinels are not considered occupied. Enemies will pass through them, and if any character moves into or through a hex containing a sentinel, the sentinel is removed from the board. So 2 of these just got killed. Alright, so we now go to the Oathsworn phase. 6 lose a health. Get a card back. 6 more. 6 lose a health. Alright. The belly is killable, especially with 2 of them in the belly. They don't have to spend cards. They could just spend 3 actions to attack the belly. So let's do that. We're going to start with the blade. 1, 2, 3. We're going to attack the belly. So he gets 2 yellows. And he's going to take 1 white. So we fleshed out another one of the blanks. We just did 3 damage. So I'm going to destroy another die. That means this happens. But what happens if you destroy a die when you're inside the belly? How can you be the target? Oh, so many questions. Okay, so here's the key thing to remember. Once they do cut themselves out of the belly, they lose all their animus. Cannot be the target of any attacks, even those caused by a reaction. Target those normally instead. So we do trigger a reaction, a sinkhole reaction, and the vibration token needed to go to somebody. So I guess we're going to do, we would do the cur. He's the only one we can give it to. So then with the sinkhole reaction, remove the worm's head from the game board, move the other body parts as usual. So the head's going to go away. This is going to move to there. And then this is going to go there. Then worms target an Oathsworn with range 3. We're going to do a survival check, difficulty 6. The cur is pretty far away from everybody, so we got lucky there. So he has to do a survival check, difficulty 6. We know that one of these is blank. So we're just going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to roll 5 dice. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's an awesome roll. Alright, so we succeeded. No health lost, which was good. Place the worm's head on the target's hex, pushing back all enemies. So I'm going to move him out of the way. He goes right there, and we get pushed to the northwest, because that's always the rule. Alright, now it's our turn. Or we continue our turn. So he spent 3 to cut, so we're going to spend 3 more to cut again. And we're going to draw 2, and I'm going to draw the last 2 of these. Okay, we got our 2 blanks. I don't have any more, so I get to take a token. So I'm going to take a redraw. And we at least got rid of the bad deck here. I don't know if I'm doing well. There's a lot of dice that still need to be destroyed on this thing. And he's doing a lot of damage to us. And this is all stage 1. I mean, we are going to get the belly. So if he tries to consume again, and there's no belly dice, then you don't get consumed anymore. You just go through the mouth and pop right out. But okay, now we're going to go to the warden. And we're going to spend 3 of his to attack. And he attacks with a yellow. If we get 2 of the same number, he gets a redraw. So we're going to do yellow, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, whoops. Shuffle, shuffle. 1, 2, we're going to do 3. So we got 2, 4, 5 damage. And we did get 2 of the same number, so I do get a redraw. So I'm going to redraw this blank and get another blank. That's perfect. And then we had a crit. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 divided by 3 is 2. That knocks this down to 2. Okay, one more. We lose all of our crystals when we get out, so that's why I'm doing these attacks first. So we're going to do this, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 again. We got 3 of these out already. So we got a 2, a 4, and a 5, right? And then I'm going to redraw this blank. And then we have another 2. 2, 4, 5, 6. And that's a crit. The 6 is all I needed to destroy the die. And so yes, we're going to destroy one more die. So 3 of his dice are destroyed. So that's going to cause him to go to stage 2. So these come in. These guys are getting spit out of the belly, north and northwest. And now the target's going to happen. He's going to burrow. The vibration's still with the cur. Remove the worm's head. Attack with that symbol. Also targets all enemies adjacent. Redraw all blanks once. So there's nobody adjacent. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. I'm just knocking everything over. Coming back. a little frustrating here. That wasn't like that, that was like that. Okay, so the belly goes there, and then the tail goes to where the belly was. And then the head is going to come out there. Alright, so he's going to do a full-blown attack, which is 2, 2, and 2, and he's going to redraw blanks once, which sucks. The cur. Oh, you know what the cur can do? He's going to pick himself. He can't be a target. So that means his head has to go somewhere else. Where's it going? It would go after the Grove Maiden. That's the only thing that's left. So that means the head would be popping out down here. He would still be there next to the belly, which is useless for him. You know what? No, we're not doing that because he wants to shoot. He wants to attack something. And if I let that happen, the belly's already completely clobbered. So let's play something else. That one we're going to save. What else can we do? We're just going to play this for 3 defense then. So he's up to 3 plus 2 is 5. And if we lose any health, the enemy also loses a health. We got to remember that. 4 damage is drawn against you if you're adjacent to an Oathsworn, which I'm not. Okay. So 5 defense against this sucker. He is going to redraw a whole bunch of stuff. Man, we drew so nicely. So it says redraw all blanks once. Boy, did we get lucky there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The reds would have been devastating. So 7 against 5, that's just a 1 health loss. So he'll take it. We couldn't even do anything to help that. Alright, so both the blade and the other one are gone. That was a reaction to destroying a die. We now have Quake coming. He's going to move to his target. He's going to bite. Target all enemies adjacent to the worm's head. Knock back. And then move 3 south. Okay, I think I want to do the Grove Maiden. And we can have our Thundering Giant do a charge. Attack once, apply to all targets. If it stops inside an enemy, place it to a closest empty hex. The volley is nice because all sentinels would attack, but we don't have a lot of sentinels on the board. So we're going to do this one first, which that's why I'm doing it, is that's going to happen. And then I would like to do this, but I need 1 more crystal, which I don't have. So we will do this though, and at least spend 1 to get another sentinel on the board. And where's the head? Way up there. Grove Maiden's here. I can place it 3 spaces away. We'll put it up there. This. Where's the body? Over there. So for the Guardian to do what he's doing, he's going to charge through 3. So that means the Guardian has to spend 1 to move 4. We're going to attack the head or this. We're going to attack the head. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. If he charges through, he's going to hit the cur. 4. And then he's going to charge 1, 2, 3 like that, using her ability. And he uses double her might. So he does 3 damage. And that's going to be 1 hit on the head. And then he's going to use his other one to attack again. 3 more damage, which is another hit on the head. We're going to do this one. Alright, so he's done. She still has stuff left. She makes all of these attack if they're near her. She has 2. We'll spend both. And we're going to move her 1, 2, so she's at least near these 3. And then all of these get to attack within a range of 3. The tail is in their range. The head is also in the range of 3 of them. And then this one wouldn't get to attack, or all 4 could attack the tail. So we're going to let all 4 attack the tail. And they attack. So it's going to be 4 of these cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a crit. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 3 damage. Perfect. So we have 4 of the 6. That means 2 of these are blank. So 3 damage to the tail is what I was really gunning for here. So we're going to knock that down to 2. Alright, so the Grove Maiden is done. And then we're going to have the cur finish off this head. There's 3 dice there, but he's going to take out one of them, and he has a card here. If targeting enemies flank or rear, and remember, every enemy, every location has flank listed. So he's going to get empowered times 3. He's going to gain a lethality token. If it causes them to draw a reaction card, during the reaction, draw 1 less might card. So he's very cool there. So we're going to do this one for 3. And I don't know why this didn't trigger, but that should have moved there. 1, 2, 3. I guess he's going to keep the tracking token for now. We gain a lethality. He has 2 yellows he's going to draw. We know those are blanks. We don't need to do a lot of damage. The problem we have is just that the yellows he's going to draw, two of them are blank. That's our issue. So that just means then that he's going to have to spend 2, not him. Where's the 0 card? You're going to have to spend 2 to refresh the might decks. And unfortunately, the white ones were shaping up to be pretty good. But it's all of them. I guess he could have rolled dice. Alright, so he gets to draw 2, and then he's going to draw 3 of these. So we got ourselves a crit, a 1, a blank, and another blank. So he's going to need to do a redraw. He should have one. Yes. So which one do we redraw? We're going to redraw the yellow. Oh, come on. I mean, it's nice getting 2 of those out of the way, but does he have another redraw? Yes. Yellow again. There we go. So we do have a crit, so we're going to roll for that. Another crit. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage that he just did to the head. It doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and kill this one. That's the 4th die. And yes, a reaction is going to happen. Quake. The vibration is the cur. He's already there. He's going to attack, but we just destroyed that symbol. All enemies adjacent to the head. So he's going to attack the guardian as well. Each enemy within range 3 suffers knockback 2. In range of 2 or more body parts, knockback. Okay, yep. Alright, so first we're going to do the attack. The guardian is going to take some beating here. I need to look real quick. I think the guardian can't be targeted, but in this case he is going to get hit because it's all enemies. The guardian can be targeted. Okay, so he can be targeted. So I think what I'm going to do, I mean, if I play this, it's still going to target him. Actually, none of those are going to help me. Alright, so we're going to do... There's no such thing as the enemy's rear. So that just is 4 crystals for something really expensive. Although I want to push these around. Where's his other 3 skill? Oh, it moved. So I could do this and not be the primary target, but since he hits everybody that's within 3, it's still going to hit me. So I'm going to go ahead and do blind. So it puts him at a 4, and the Ancient Guardian is just at a 2. This thing is going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I believe the cur gets to ignore one of the might. All attacks from that enemy during that reaction draw 1 less might card, player's choice. So we're going to draw 1 less red. Because there are 4 blanks already gone. And so I know that that's a pack to the punch, like what just happened. So 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. The cur only takes 1. The guardian, however, 7 divided by 2 is 3. So he drops down to 3. But he's still alive. Okay, the cur still has 3 left. Oh, I'm sorry. We're not done. He moves 3 to the south. So he's here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, where the tail is. I don't know how that works. I think the tail gets pushed. And then these 2 are going to get pushed too. So push, push. That's where he was, right? And the tail's going to go there. That's where the body was. My goodness. This scenario is a mess. And then the head is going to go there. Okay, now the cur has 3 left. Right here, we can just do a 3 damage attack. What's he next to? Oh, yeah, so he's next to this, but he's near the tail, so he could throw daggers at the tail. That's what this one is, throwing daggers, unarmed, range 3. Target up to 2 different enemies, attack once, apply to all targets, gain if they lose health. The medium, there's nothing to target here, so he can only hit the worm tail. It's unarmed, so he's just going to draw 3 of these. So he does 1 damage to the tail. Excuse me. I guess I'm going to lower that. And that cost him 3. Whoops. So he's done. Alright. When you critical during an attack, you get the battle flow cards. I'm going to go ahead and play both of these, because I for sure... Now these, by the way, see that little symbol? They don't cause battle flow. So I'm going to battle flow this card to there. And battle flow this card back to there. If you're losing any health, the enemy also loses 1. So we should have done that as well. And I will apply that. He was next to the head. I can kill another die. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 5. Let's see what would happen. He would attack the cur again. The problem in this situation is the cur doesn't have that many defense dice. He's got a 2 defense. Oh, he can make it so he doesn't get targeted. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So now we're going to kill another die. So this happens. And he's going to play his card where he can't be the target. I don't know why that didn't trigger anything, but all of these should have moved over. Okay, so now we got to look at the head. This one. He's near the warden or the blade. He's going to target north, so blade is the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I just realized he actually draws one less if see right here, the symbol. So he draws one less. And I think the cur could have caused him to draw, not get that 4. So I'm actually going to give the cur a health back. And then we'll put the 4 back in and just reshuffle. We'll reshuffle and then draw. How about that? Alright, so this is the blade. None of these are very helpful, are they? I'm going to go ahead and put this one in for 2 extra defense. So he's up to 5. Yeah, he's up to 5. There's that 4, 7, 9. So he's going to lose 2 health instead of 1 because of the skill. 9 divided by 5 is 1. There's no way I can use my defense tokens to remove it, to reduce it to 0. After damage is drawn against you, gain 1 against that damage. I can get up to 8. That's still not going to help me. So yeah, I lose 2 health. Then it's going to move 3 to the north, which is just chaos. So 1, 2, 3. It's going to put it right here. Put that off to the side. The head's going to be right there. And the tail should be going here, but it can't. So I'm just going to leave it where it is. Where I guess you could argue that it pushed north and west, right? Oh, one other thing. This would have caused knockback. So both of these guys would have taken 1 damage. So the cur does take 1 damage, and the guardian would also take 1 more. And that was from a while ago. There was a knockback effect I forgot to apply. Alright, next card. He's going to do that burrow thing again. Okay. Both the blade and the warden get to go. Is this really the round where they got out of the belly? Man, this round is taking forever. So I think we're done. This battle is brutal. Alright, we're done. So that means this happens now. And the curse still has the dang symbol. So it's not helping him. And so he's going to remove from the board, attack the target, all enemies adjacent to the target, which is the guardian again, redraw all blanks once, and then the head's going to pop up. Man, these things are just getting chaotic.
No, I'm silver now. I'm silver now, but yeah.
So nothing's going to move. I mean, the head's just going to pop up here instead of here.
Split since I haven't touched rank since like February, so
Alright. 1, 1, 2.
I thought you said you had speed.
The cur is running out of cards.
It does matter.
This one is a 2. Oh, come on. All of these move.
Well, okay, you gotta say it in the
So that does give the curve 4
Yeah, I
defense.
feel like that guy is like, you could
And
let
then the
go.
Guardian has 2.
I don't know, maybe I'm just racist.
Oh, come on. 3, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11 against 4 is 2 damage. 11 against 5 is 2 damage. But 11 against 6 is only 1. So we're going to spend both defense tokens to take 1 damage. The Guardian is annihilated. So he's currently destroyed.
Retro, retro, I don't care for your
And so he's off the map at the moment. This one,
being considerate, not saying, oh, I'm sorry.
the head moves up. Okay, let's get the tail out of the way.
No, no,
The
you
head's
can
going to
just
move
say
up
no.
to there. He's here. The tail is going to
I
go.
wasn't talking to you, Kai.
This is going to move up to there.
You said cannibal, keck, cow. Oh my lord.
And then the
Infinity,
tail
anyone want to play
is going to
ball?
be
Ball, XP,
there.
get womped, womp, womp. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's it's brutal, but we're getting through it. We still got to deal with 3 more cards.
Thank you. I feel so much
When
better.
we destroy 1 more die, stage 2 goes away. So this only happens if we go another round without destroying a die. We got to attack the tail, heavy. And it is our turn. So 6, 7, get a card back. 6, get our weapons back. And all these cards. 6, get 2 cards back. Here we go. Let's focus on the tail, which is right here next to 2 of our characters. So the blade and the warden. Let's start with the blade.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Hmm. None of these are very helpful. The attack only happens if he moves at least 1 space. Okay, so we need to battle flow. So we're going to do a battle flow token. And all 3 of these are going to battle flow to there. Ay, ay, ay.
Well, it's because I'm not. I'm playing dinosaur
And
game.
then I'm going to play this one. And we're going to do it to do...
Dinosaur game. No, I'm a giggle chicken.
I can either battle flow a card or attack. So let's look at our other ones.
No, look.
I'm going to just battle flow a card. Which that causes this to go there. So that just costs 1 gem.
No, I'm a giggle chicken.
And then we have... I can do a cleaving slide. But I don't have room to run. So we're going to do a somersault.
No, I'm playing an Ostro run. I mean, technically it's run. He's a giggle chicken.
Which costs 3.
No, but he can't attack me.
Or maybe we're not. Because look, we're adjacent to somebody. We're not somersaulting. I apologize.
I'm eating a bush.
And the somersault would not have gone on the 0 spot. So let me think about this. Crap. None of these just have a regular attack on them. Oh, let me resolve the regular attack first. That's what I meant to do. So I'm going to use this again. Put this on the 3 spot. That gives me 2 yellow dice, and that's 2 yellow. So we got 2 of them used. So I'm going to get to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many rerolls do I have? Just 1. And then I'm going to empower. Empower. 2 times 3s. And I'm going to draw. Oh, so this is 1, 2, 3. This is 2, 4, 6 right there. So 2, 4, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, like that. 4, 7, 10. 10 damage. That's 3 pips. I could destroy a die if I want, but I think I just want to reduce 1 down to 3. I did this to battle flow a card. I did not do this to attack. My apologies. So which card did I battle flow? I battle flowed this one. So I just need 1 back because I didn't do the battle flow. I did the attack instead, which costs 3, and that somersault would have cost 3. So now we're somersaulting. Because I needed to be next to him. So I'm going to now... somersault to here. Attack the worm's tail. So we're going to do 2 yellow. And 2 white. Alright, so we got 2 blanks. Got to redraw. And we're going to redraw a yellow. Alright, so we got 3, 6, 7 damage. So that's 2. We can take out a die if we want. And I think I'm going to do it. So I'm going to kill the die. So this card gets destroyed. And now we got encounter 3 up. So here we go. Sense vibration, move 6 to its target. Attack. See, the tail's gone. All enemies adjacent to any worm body part. Move 3 southwest. Okay, the cur is the target because the cur is holding on to the thing. We probably need to get rid of one. He's going to choose himself not to be the target, which gives him one of these. So who's the new target? Who's closest to the head? It's going to be the warden. So he's going to move 1 to the warden. And that means the body is going to move. So the cur's going to get moved out of the way. The body's going to move there. That means the tail's going to move there. Jiminy Christmas. Move you out of the way. Move you out of the way. Alright, so the head is attacking the warden. The body is going to also attack the cur. So the cur did not avoid the attack. What a jerk. This attack attacks all enemies adjacent to any worm body part. So it's going to be 1, 1, 2, and 1, 2. So let's look at the warden first. He's going to add 3 defense, so he's up to 7. He's going to add 3 defense, so he's up to 5. And here we go. 3, 6, 8. So the 7 and the 5 both take 1 damage. The cur drops to 2. The warden is going to play 2 defense to keep his health. Alright, this sucker's down to 3 dice. Everything moved though. I am going to now activate the Grove Maiden. And so it's going to cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to spawn this dude again. And I believe he spawns next to her. And she is here. There's the tail. It would have been nice to get him right next to... Where did he go? He's here. So we'll put him there. He does get his 2 cubes right away, so he gets to take his actions. So one of them he will spend to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other one he will spend to attack the tail, which is double the might. So 1, that's 3, and a blank. But the 3 is a crit. That's another crit for 6. 6 damage to the tail is 2. So we're going to drop that down to 2. Perfect. Okay, so he's done, but the Grove Maiden is not. She still has 1. So she's going to play Nature's Call, and we're going to summon another one of these and put it right there. And now we're going to target, we could target the head or the tail. The cur probably needs to get rid of... We're not going to have them attack yet. We're going to have the cur go because he needs to get rid of his tracking token. He's down to 2 health. And he's actually going to give it to the Grove Maiden because she's full health right now. So she's going to have to take a beating for a little bit. And then now we're going to have them attack. So they all have a range 3 attack. So 1, 2... but they have to be within 3 of her, so only these ones can attack. Well, hold on. I don't think they have to be within 3 of her when they take their independent action. So, the issue is, this one can attack the head, and so can this one, and even that one, but this one can't. So basically you got 4 can attack the head or 4 can attack the tail. And this one is just too far away. So I'm going to have 4 attack the tail. And this is going to be, basically we're drawing 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we double crit. Holy buckets. There's 1. And there's 2. That's another crit. So we're at 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 damage. Alright, so with 13 damage, divided by 3, that's 4. We're going to destroy that die. And yes, this happens. So attack, range 2, knockback 3, area of effect. Attacks all targets, all enemies within range 2 of the worm's tail. Draw once and apply to all targets. So this is why I attacked with our sentinels, because I knew they're going to get destroyed. So then he's going to attack again, range 2, at the target. Only performed if the target's within range 2 of the worm's head. So the good news is the target is nowhere near the head, so that attack is not going to happen. But the tail slam is. The tail is here, so every one of these guys is getting killed. So we're just going to take those off. Unless by some miracle it does 0 damage, but I highly doubt that's going to be the case. So we're going to do 1, 1, 2, 1, 2.
I'm kidding. I'm joking with you.
It attacks everybody within range 2 and knocks back 3. So this is going to go back 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 to the blade. And 1, 2 for the guardian. So the blade has to defend himself. We'll do this one for 3. So he's at 6. And then she has to defend herself. She will do a 1. So she's at 3. And here we go. 6 damage. Alright, so with 6 damage, she takes 2 hits. But she's going to spend 1 to make it just 1 hit. Perfect. And then 6 against the blade is going to be 1, and he'll spend 1 to make it 0. Perfect. We are down to 2 dice, folks, so only one more attack we have to endure. That's going to be this one. That's a very manageable one. Alright, so I think her turn is done. She got a lot of cards that she's going to get back. But she's down to only 1, and we are going to spend it to move back towards... Oh, you know what? She is the target. So she's going to spend it to move 1. Well, no. We want to go towards, because the head is one of the pieces left. Oh, you know what? No, we just need the tail. So she's going to move 1 away. Alright. So who's next to the head? The warden. So he's going next. He's got 7. The knockback doesn't happen, but he does get to roll a black. So we're going to do that. 1, 2, 3. So we get to draw a black. Oh, and then we got all these empower tokens. So we're going to spend just... No, hold on. How many damage does the head have? Just needs to do 6 damage to the head. He'll use 1 empower token. And then that lets him draw another black. So it's a 3 and a blank. Oh, you jerk. We're going to do a redraw. There we go. There's our 6 damage. And we're going to kill the head with the warden attack. So we're going to resolve one final attack from this thing, and then somebody just needs to destroy the tail, and this scenario is over. Oh my gosh, I am so exhausted. Before I do that, I am going to do his once per round battle flow, and then we're going to play a battle flow that lets all 3 of these move to here. That was not... What else do I have in there?
I don't know. Should I?
Oh my gosh. His card's been missing all this time because it was in here. He's been playing with one less card. Ah, I am so horrible. Okay, also, did he have any adjacent? He has adjacent enemies. Never mind. Um, okay. Man, is this exhausting. Move 6 to the target. Where's the head? Target's way down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This gets destroyed. 5, 6. It's not enough to attack the target. Um, so in this case, it's supposed to pick another target.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Never needs line of sight.
God, that makes me happy. It's not an insult, Retro.
Yeah, it's not going to work. So that means he's attacking the warden.
He's
He's just
muscular.
going to stay right where
He's
he's at.
muscular.
Attack the warden. And I think that's okay. So we're going to draw 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. The warden has 3 health. He can give himself 2 shield. Yeah, we'll do it. So he's up to 6. This thing, unless this red's going to be bad, which it was. 4, 7, 8, 9. 9 against 6 is just 1 damage to the warden. He can handle that. The head didn't move, so the body and tail stays where it is. And all we have to do is finish off the tail with 2 hit points. So the warden is 3 spaces away. He does have some crystals left. So let's say he moves 2 spaces towards it. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do anything. Because that costs 3. We'll still do the move. And we can retcon the move to say it occurs later. If for some reason, like I'm doing a whirlwind attack or whatever, and I need him to be out of the way. The blade has to move 4 spaces. Oh, you know what? The blade has to charge. So 1, 2, and then charge 1, 2, 3, 4, and charge right through that sucker. So let's do that. Charging boar. Move 3 in a straight line. That's not the one I was thinking of, but this is the one. This one will work. Oh, hold on. The blade has nothing. He must have gone already. So the cur is the only one left then. It all falls down to him. The good news, he's not very far away. He only needs to move 2 spaces, or he can throw daggers. Let's see what he's got. He can throw daggers. It's unarmed. So that would cost him 3. This would cost him 5. We do not have 8. So we've got to make this count. If I move up, that's 2. And then this would be no different than this. So we're going to go ahead and do a shank. Nope. We're going to do the blind because I want to get these cards to go around. So that was 1, 2, 3. It's all down to these marbles. We're going to play 3 Empower. That lets him draw black. 1, 2, 3. Now we could argue I should draw less because if 2 of these are blank, I mean 2 are already blank drawn. He has no rerolls. Oh man, I can't believe this. I can't believe that. We get to take a redraw, and our two empowers come back. There's nobody with any actions left. So that means this jerk gets to go again. Tail slam. Range 2, knockback 3. This is the only one that gets hit. He gets knockback 3. It is the Warden. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. The Warden has only 1 defense, but that is good. So he's still up to 5 defense. That's still very, very good. That's 6, so it's only 1 damage to the Warden, but the Warden is low. That puts the Warden down to 1 health. Then this thing says that he's going to attack the target only if it's within 2 of the head. The target is like a million miles away. But then it's going to move 5 to the southwest, and I think I forgot to do that last time. My apologies, I'm not going to retcon that. 1, or southwest is this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This tree gets destroyed. Then the body is going to go here. Then the tail's just going to go where the body is. And that's as good as dead. So we're going to refresh. 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 And refresh. We're going to start with the cur. And we can shank for 1, 2, 3. We're going to empower, which is going to give me 2 blacks. And then we're going to do this to empower again. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, and then the 2 empower is a red. So there's a 3, 3, and a blank. There's the 6 damage. Boom, you're dead. Oh my gosh. I am mentally fatigued. I mean, these battles are insane. This is only chapter 3. We got to go up to chapter 20. Okay. Well, the good news is we won. Nobody was KO'd. So let's get this up.
Ichor and Viscera are everywhere.
Yes, they
The
are.
beast took some killing, but the mass before you finally stops writhing. You gather back the people to your side and count the cost.
To represent more refugees joining you, you gain 2 time tokens, plus 1 for every 2 civilians still alive, either on or off the game board. Gain 2 rations for each time token you just gained. Place all of your refugee tokens, time tokens, and location tokens in the free company bag. Alright, so we rescued all 12. So we're getting 2 plus 6, we're getting 8 time tokens, and that means 16 rations.
These people have nowhere to go and will not leave your side. Fortunately, they had the forethought to bring food and water with them. Looking over the great corpse before you, you get to work stripping it of anything that will be of value to you in the deep wood. There are also several items amongst the fallen.
Okay, so we got 12 plus 9, And then I need to add 6 of these time tokens. So I better start cloning some. That's, we need a bunch just for over here. But over here, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know this exists, like we could put all this stuff in this bag. I like to see it. I don't want to have to keep opening this up. So we have 6 plus these 3. We have 9 civilians with us. And yes, we get more goodies. I just wanted to make sure we resolve that piece. And then now we're doing these instructions here. Gain 8 iron and tally level
Coated
losses.
in ichor and slime, you trudge deeper into the woods. You cannot spare the water to wash yourselves. You must find the wire road, or all this is for nothing.
Okay, so we're up to 23 iron, which is good. We didn't get to spend any last time. And then since there's no city left, I don't think we're going to get to spend it this time either, but I'm glad we got it. Alright, so then let's do our awards. This is like satisfying. It's so satisfying to get here. At level 4, we all gain a permanent token. So we can choose different permanent tokens if we'd like. But like, so right now we're all gaining a defense. So do we want an animus, a redraw, an empowered, or a battle flow? There is so much to say here. I want to say the animus, because those have been very powerful. The redraws are so critical too, because we rely on them so much. Being able to just get 3 of those at the start of every mission is good. So I'm going to say I want to redraw. And I don't think there's a character around who doesn't want to redraw. So the Grove Maiden might want another defense, just because she's so weak. But the redraw is good. It's so good. We gotta get that. Getting a defense and a redraw, those are both great things to have. Okay, so we did that. Now we gotta do the leveling part. So the way we handle that is we just got to say end encounter. And as you can see, all of our stuff came over. Same with our sentinels. One, two. What on earth is going on? Just stand up, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just want to see that my sentinels survived, and they did. Here's the other one. And we actually have villagers, so we don't need to use time tokens. We could actually put villagers over here. So 1, 2, and they're falling off the edge. 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that is a bit much, but I do like the idea of a villager standing there instead of... These other ones, I'm going to keep the numbers because those might mean something. I just don't know. Of course, these go back. Alright, this 12 just represents how many civilians we saved. We don't need that anymore. We'll just store it there. This is how many rations we have. We have 12 plus 9. We do have some more civilians we can, or villagers we can worry about later. There's another one here. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there should be 6 more of those. And I think what happened was is during the cleanup, the ones that were still near the board got picked up. There's like this invisible line around here, and if they're inside the line, they get cleaned up. Um, okay, so by doing what we did, as you can see, the common item 4 and unique item 3, we're only going to get 2 uniques, and we're going to get. Why do I forget this? I've been playing this for how long now? We're going to get 4 commons. And of course, I always want to look at the uniques we didn't get. Captain's Plate. Ooh, that's a really good one. That one's not bad. I mean, getting 3 yellows is pretty cool. That one's minimal. I'm totally okay with not getting this one. That's the one I wanted. I didn't look at what I actually got, but this one was really good. I do regret not getting that one. Oh, that's right. We have a short spear in our supply. How long? Or no. This one was a garbage. I'm going to delete this. Okay, just some more minor cleanup here. Okay. So with that cleanup out of the way, let's look at what we got. Get all these dice off of here. Let's look at the unique items. First is Wormblood. Roll an unused hit point die. Check the result. 2 to 5, gain an empower. 6, gain a health. Or lose a combat token. Well, that sucks. I'm selling that one. I don't want anything that can cause me to lose stuff. This one, two-handed sword. Look at that, move 2 and attack. Oh, that's a really nice one for our friendly neighborhood. That's better than the heirloom that we always forgot to use. And then the this, of course. So that means that we're going to burn the heirloom for him. So we got a replacement, and that's perfect. Here, Tome. Use 1 combat token if it was any other one. Okay, that's a good one. I don't know who I'm going to give it to, but that's a good one. Iron Chainmail. After you draw your attack damage, add 2 to that damage. That's excellent. We're going to give this to the Warden. And the thing that he gets destroyed is the pig iron. So we're going to slide that in, and we'll delete that one. A gear, move 2 cloak. Always excellent. I think I'm going to give that to the Warden. Way better than this for him. This, I probably want to give to somebody. If there's nobody near you, or if you're no enemy adjacent, battle flow 1 card once. It's okay, but the battle flow part's not cool. But I did notice that her battle flow was weak, and she needs 2 pieces of gear. So yeah, let's give that to her. And I forgot to do this, but that's okay. And last but not least, another bow that we can't do anything with because we don't use bows. Alright, so she has to destroy something. We could destroy gear that sells for 1, or we can destroy this. We don't really have a replacement for it. I do have a replacement for the gear, so we'll destroy the gear. And she can always take the tome. Yeah. Alright, so he destroyed something, she did, the warden did. It's just a cur that has to destroy something. And this dreamcatcher could help him. Although it didn't, it could. I'm sure I'll be able to find another one of these in the market. But see, this one's not even, you can't even sell this for anything. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. So he has no armor at the moment. We're going to have to get some armor for him. And it's unfortunate because there was armor in there. Now, we do get to look at the market deck. So let's see what we got here. A whetstone. Okay, that's pretty cool. You get 2 yellows on an attack. And then, of course, it has to flow around. But that 2 yellows could be powerful. A hunting knife. No different than what we already had. If you can fully defend something, which does happen, you would gain a shield. That's pretty slick. That's definitely better than the shield we have. You have to draw 3 of the same number. Ugh, that's a tough one. Pole cleaver looks cool. There's our leather armor. Move 2. That's an excellent one. We definitely want that one. It's going to cost us 4 iron to get. Then there's a whip. Sledgehammer. Yeah, okay. So that takes us to... Yeah, because nobody got injured. We destroyed an item. We collected all of our loot. Okay, I think we're good. So now let's go back to here. Yep, we did that.
Coated in.
And that's it. Wow. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.